Testing. Test.
You signed in on another device.
Okay. I think it's still live. So we just
Okay, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and start the meeting now. So, Melissa couldn't be here today, so I'm gonna be filling in for her for today's meeting. First of all, thank everybody for coming to the city meeting today. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So, can I get a motion to call this meeting to order? Okay, so next we're gonna have Senator Jasmine Ezel start with the prayer for today's meeting, and then we're gonna move on.
Everyone please put their eyes and bow their heads. Father, thank you for every seat that has been filled here today. For each moment, heart that feels the presence of this Lord, we thank you. Only particularly knowing what we are setting out to accomplish today. We have an idea, a vision, hints, and daily instructions. We have talents, abilities, and time to work. In your name we pray.
Amen. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and do quorum. So Jordan's gonna call roll.
Senator Broussard. I'm gonna call. Juliana Billiard, ILI-ANA. What's your last name? Pilliot. Senator Carthen. Senator Ezell. Here. Senator Garrett. Here. Senator Hassel. Senator Jackson. Senator Levine. Senator McDaniel. Senator Murphy. Senator, I don't know how to mispronounce it, please correct me. Rose. Senator Simmons.
Here.
Senator Stanley. Here.
Okay, that's it. Okay, so next we're gonna go through the approval of the Senate minutes from last meeting. Huh? That's their proxy.
What's your name?
Ebenezer, yeah,
What's your last name?
N-Y-E-N-W.
Okay, I can't hear you. Go please.
N-Y-E-N-W-E.
Thank you.
Okay, so can I get a motion to approve last meeting Senate minutes?
I send a rule, motion to approve the previous Senate minutes.
Senator Stanley, second that motion.
Okay. So can I also get a motion to approve today's agenda that we have? Okay. All right, so the first budget we're gonna be going over today is from the Pre-Dental Club, and it was submitted by Noah Williams. So can I get a motion to discuss the budget for the Pre-Dental Club? So has everyone had a little moment to review the budget? If you have any questions, you could come up here and ask Noah about the budget, if you have anything specific to ask him. Okay. Any questions about his budget? Okay. Okay. Okay, Noah, so you're gonna get a notification or email, letting you know about the budget approval.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so next on the agenda, we have updates on Senate committees work. So that's basically like when we'll discuss and go over what each committee has been kind of like doing. Um, what kind of improvements they've been making since we started. So can I get a motion to discuss the Senate committee work? Okay, so it doesn't matter which committee goes first. Does anybody want to kind of step up and talk about their committee? Okay, just state like your name and then like which committee you're in, and then start.
My name is Danielle Murphy, Senator Danielle Murphy. I am the Academic Affairs Committee. So we had recently, in the first meeting we had, we discussed some ideas for some proposed legislation. And we kind of divulged that. I think like 2 weeks ago, when we talked about the GPA requirements for academic scholarships, discussing possible transfer. Pass or fail this semester, as well as re-implementing this program called Read Your Love, which is basically when you enter your freshman year, it matches you with an upperclassman who will kind of be there to kind of guide you and help you out, and help you find your way, so you don't get inundated by the course load and overwhelmed, adapting to college life. And so right now, in our previous meeting, we assigned roles as far as who is going to research what. So, what the freshman senator, I forgot the name, that is a part of the academic affairs committee, is researching what some person would like to see as far as Xavier Love's mentorship program and how, like possibly how it would something of that nature with other schools. And Senator Swallow resigned. So it kind of does that a little bit because now I have to do everything that she was doing. So basically to get pass or fail implemented, we kind of have to do our research to see who's doing it, to see if it is if it's a common thing, because if it is common amongst other schools, we'll have more of a chance of like the department heads. And then the GPA scholarship requirement, that's gonna take a lot of work and a lot of research into how other schools do it and like comparing to our school and how it looks.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
For the past fail stuff, my boy Sam, he's like the director of academic affairs. I know he's working on that too, so maybe I can get y'all in contact. So maybe y'all can work on it, because I know he's been trying to work on it.
Yeah, I definitely think it would be cool to update the GPA requirement and then the pass or fail. I like how y'all are reaching out to the freshman class to see kind of like what they want. Cause I mean, like, unlike us, we got our freedom during our freshman year, but like their freshman year is like totally different. So it might be a lot harder for them, traveling across the country and then having to like have real grades during the pandemic and not have pass fail option.
Just to know if you academically with your scholarship requirement, everything you basically, what I read about so far, GPA requirements are by based off of like how much
Mm-hmm.
so most students, so if you have like board of trustees, tuition or close to full tuition, I'd say like 8K or more, you're more likely to your requirement, or it might even be raised.
But they don't raise the funding, so what?
But I'm saying, well,
Not a 3.5.
most schools, the GPA requirement for a full ride, which is 5.
Mm-hmm.
So that is, like, they are lower considerably compared to other institutions, as well as, but like those are people who are only getting partial cost scholarships. I'd say like 15K and under,
Mm-hmm.
the GPA requirement is around like, it varies different for people. So our goal is really just to get those who are not, because I don't think there's much.
Right. That's understandable. For real, that freaking that shit off there.
Yeah, but that's just where it's going.
I'm just joking. I'm like,
That sounds really, really good. I definitely hear like a lot of students talking about they want a 3.0, especially if they have like the $9,000 scholarship that doesn't cover much of any. Well, it covers now, but you know, it doesn't cover like as much as like a full ride. So yeah. Is so the next committee that wants to come up, I know there's like 3 or 4. You can go ahead and come.
How y'all doing? I'm Senator Rule. We are the committee for health, safety, and sustainability. And in our first meeting, we kind of just focused on looking at the mental health aspect of students with the COVID. And the main thing that we came up with was trying to make a decompression room.
So, we're looking at like the logistics that will go into it. We wanted to kind of implement this decompression room and firstly, like the different residence halls and then spaces on campus that would allow, maybe like if you see, you know, a room in the library, kind of thing. And so we're still like assessing the need for it and just looking at like the cost and everything that will go behind it.
And also looking at like what the students are saying, like on the timeline. Everyone's going through like a hard time right now, so just, I know there's like threads of like, how are you feeling during this time, during the pandemic? So we're really just trying to assess it like every little thing, which that caters to mental health.
Something that is important that on top of us looking at mental health of students at David, and we are informing them of like methods and activities they can do to help with their mental health. We don't know, first of all, like seasonal depression is real, like that season's coming up, like people are impacted by what's going on around them. So by putting them in a better environment, hopefully you can change.
And we plan on probably trying to have a meeting this weekend coming up to further the logistics and things like that.
Okay, that sounds great. I like how y'all brought up the decompression room and like, you know, you guys are like assessing what students actually want instead of just doing something and then people are like, we don't really need that. So I think that's like really, really great. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I'm excited to see what y'all come up with further, y'all next steps.
Especially like with the library closing and things like that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Okay.
It used to be open till like 2 o'clock.
Okay, Amaya, you want to come in next?
Okay, so I'm Senator Simmons. I'm Senator Carson, and we're in the committee of diversity and inclusion.
So like, one of the things that like we are actively working on that I'm really excited to share is, a renewed, community student meal plan. So like, in your community, if you have flexible, like talking about, you don't have, you know, nothing bigger than a just a little swipe at the cash, you can't go to Chick-fil-A on school's money, you know, and gotta come out of pocket with it. So I ended up having a really, really nice meeting with Ms. Anita Calvin and Mr. Talladega. Mr. Talladega is with Sodexo. And so basically, we're actively working to, I guess, like, have that put into place for the spring semester. Both of them really, really liked the idea of having a computer to the meal plan, so that was really exciting. They were like really receptive to the idea. Um, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen this spring, like it went that way. So that's really exciting. Specific details about how much flex bus and how many meals will come with the meal plan, will come out later. Right now, we're working on the details. But the good news is that it is being worked on, it is gonna happen. So that's like really, really exciting.
Got a question?
Yeah.
Do you think it would be charged for solution or is it something that you can do on?
So, like, with the meal plan, I know me and Mr. Charlie and Mrs. Calvin, we were just talking about how you can use your financial aid to pay for the meal plan, the same way you use your financial aid to pay for the, 15 or the 19, the 22, 50. And as a commuter, I use the block meal plan for 175, and I also use my financial aid for that. So, no, you don't necessarily have to come out of pocket. But it should be a lot cheaper than 2,000, but it's gonna be more expensive than $175 because it does include flex bus and more meals. Then we just have to accommodate for that cost. So like basically commuters, the meal plan idea is basically based on the fact that commuters aren't here as often as somebody who stays on campus. So we're definitely not gonna charge more than 22.50 for a meal plan, especially since we're not here as often. But at the same time, I did want to stress to them that we do need flex bus. We should be able to eat at more places than just the cafeteria. We shouldn't have to like, I mean, you know, our friends are nice, you know, they're really good places here and there, but we shouldn't like have to rely on those people to like let us, you know, that flex bus. Because it's not fair to them, because, you know, we take you money for your weekend, and you know, we want to get our money for ours. So, yeah. Any other questions about it?
Because like some people are like, they're going to this city to like, they're not, you don't think about stuff like that.
Another thing that we're gonna work on is safety. I know that I wanted like more patrols around student center because like a lot of us park there because it's close to NCF. A lot of us here are science majors. So if you're by NCF, there's not as much patrol as there is around the main campus and the middle. So that's like another thing we're gonna work on, as far as legislation.
Safety is the next biggest thing we're working on, because that's definitely an issue. Like, the police don't necessarily patrol areas where there's a lot of students, especially at, nighttime, like darker times like this. I think areas like that need to be patrolled, so we're trying to get that one.
And a lot of our sports teams are located that way, like the tennis court, the basketball team, volleyball team, you know, they're like over there a lot. And like there may be moments like where they come out at night and they're over there, and you just don't want them to get harmed because of like lack of supervision. Being kind of open campus, so really anybody can come up here. I guess like being contributor. Oh, the community student lounge. So like after the meal plans and then after the safety, well, probably during. We'll work on like the community student lounge being updated. I really think you could probably just use a little bit of paint and some better furniture. I don't feel like, I mean, I don't think it should be like something that's like $5,000, you know, like a real crazy renovation. I just think using the space that we already have and updating it would be cool. So yeah, that's what we basically do. Thank you.
Is there any more committees left? Okay. Yeah, I mean, just so they can like hear you better, because I think like it's recorded, so like somebody could go back and watch it.
Hello, I'm Senator McDaniel. I'm a part of the Rules Committee. So basically, we're just making amendments to the Constitution and, we're going over it section by section, we've been meeting every week. And just going over changes that should be made, like, one of the big changes is, like, with gender. So, you know, he, she, or his sexuality and all that stuff, and a lot of it is like clear cut, he or she, and it shouldn't be that way. So that's one of the main things. And then, we have another meeting Friday to basically just keep everything together. That's pretty much.
No, you can sit down.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. Oh, I'm in him, but it don't matter. It don't matter. As long as y'all can hear each other, it don't matter.
Who's asking for an update on the presidential party ticket proposal and the separation of the Senate from the executive branch to the legislative branch?
Okay, so that was at the last meeting, and I would have to talk to Malia, the vice president, about what she's gonna do. Cause I mean, as a Senate, we already discussed how we felt about it and what we were gonna do about it, but I think Malia's gonna like vocalize and like make that information public. So like, just let them know that we'll get back to them about the specifics, but the Senate already discussed it that day. If that makes sense. Okay, so, I like what you're doing with the Rules Committee and basically like including, you know, a lot of people that we may not, you know, think about, you know, basically it sounds like y'all trying to like include everybody pronouns. Is that what you're saying? Mhm. I like that a lot. Any more concerns or any more discussions that you guys may have? Okay. Okay, any commentary or announcements? Second to last time. Okay, nope, all right. So can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting at 6:38 PM?
I send the rule second that motion.
Okay, the meeting is adjourned. Okay, thank y'all for tuning in.